So Manchester City pulled off a comeback win against Swansea in the Carabao Cup. And you might think, okay, just another victory, right? But nope. This match actually revealed something really crucial about three key players, right when the team needs them most. Let's get into it.
So here's the big question. Was this just a standard 3-1 win? Or did it give us a real glimpse into the form, the struggles, and maybe even the future stars of the City squad? Let's break down the three big takeaways.
All right, first things first, the basics. City did walk away with a 3-1 win, but, and this is a big but, don't let that final score fool you. They actually had to come from behind to get this one done.
And here's how that comeback happened. Swansea landed a shock opener, and City didn't manage to equalize until just before halftime. They only actually took the lead late in the second half and then sealed the deal in injury time. So yeah, this was a real fight right to the end.
Okay, so our first major takeaway from this match is all about one man, Rayan Cherki. He was without a doubt absolutely pivotal in turning this whole game around.
And let's not forget, this is the player City brought in from Lyon over the summer for a cool £30 million. So, the expectations have always been sky high.
And again, Swansea, wow, he completely lived up to it. The analysis from the game was crystal clear, calling him by far the best player on the pitch. I mean, he chipped in with a goal and an assist in the last 15 minutes to literally drag City over the line.
Now get this, because this statistic is just incredible. Even after missing over a month with an injury, Cherki has created the second most chances of any player in Europe's top 5 leagues this season. The only guy ahead of him is Michael Olise at Bayern. That is absolutely stunning.
It's all because he brings this amazing mix of skills to the pitch. He's always available for a pass. He's always looking to move the ball forward, and he's just brilliant in those tight situations. He plays with this perfect blend of being careful but also having real intent, which makes him so dangerous.
So the bottom line is this. After a kind of slow start and those muscular problems, this performance feels like the official launch of his City career. He's back, and he is firing on all cylinders.
But while one star was definitely rising, another one seemed to be fading a bit. Our second takeaway shifts from a player hitting his stride to one who's, well, struggling to find it. We need to talk about Oscar Bobb. And this right here really illustrates the puzzle. The player we see now is just a stark contrast to the one who lit up the preseason. That swaggering, confident winger who looked unstoppable before his leg break, he just isn't quite there at the moment. He's tidy, sure, but it feels like he's playing it safe.
Now, to be fair, his technical ability is still absolutely there. He was actually very unlucky not to get an assist in this game after a fantastic run. The issue is, for a player like Badji, whose whole game is built on flair and taking on defenders, playing it safe kind of cancels out his greatest strengths. Which leads us to this question. While getting match sharp is for sure a factor, the evidence seems to point to something deeper. It feels like the biggest hurdle is psychological, getting back that bravery and belief to take the risks that made him so special. And that's the real concern for City.
Okay, for our third and final point, we're looking at the other wing. Because while all eyes were on Cherki's brilliance and Bobby's struggles, Jeremy Doku was quietly putting in a very, very effective performance. And this was important. After a couple of quieter games, Doku really stepped up. He got that crucial equalizing goal just before halftime, a moment that completely shifted the momentum of the match, and he just looked sharp and dangerous the whole time.
When you look at Toku's best games, a clear pattern starts to emerge. He's at his most effective when he has that tactical freedom to be unpredictable, to drift inside from the wing and link up with creative players. It just unlocks his dynamism, and that's exactly what we saw against Swansea.
So let's put it all together. We've got one star on the rise, one in a bit of a slump, and one quietly finding his form again. So the crucial question is, why does all of this matter so much for Manchester City right at this very moment?
Well, because look what's coming up. They are heading into an absolutely brutal run of games. Bournemouth, a huge Champions League clash with Borussia Dortmund, and then Liverpool. 3 massive games in the space of just 1 week.
And this is exactly why Doku's performance was so significant. With players like Babic and maybe even Savinho struggling for top form out wide, having Doku find his feet again provides a massive and very, very timely boost for Pep Guardiola's squad.
So that leaves us with one final thought. As City heads into this potentially season-defining week, which of these players is going to be the most crucial? Will Cherki continue his meteoric rise? Will Doku build on his quiet confidence? Or can Oscar Bob rediscover that mojo just when his team needs him most? We are about to find out.